Hello everyone, today we have new video review. As you can see, this time it's going to be an offline review, but we are going to check fresh release from Czech manufacturer. This is a special hobby kit which is molded in 1/72 scale, and plastic copies Boston Mk.IV and 5 versions. As you can see, it's written that this is a last version in Royal Air Forces and Free French service. You can see aircraft on the box art. Of course, we have symbols of the Air Forces for the marking options which are included here, and this is a commercial sample, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff if you order it from official special hobby website, and we are going to open it and check what is hidden inside. So first of all, box size is typical for 1/72 scale kits from this manufacturer. Here you can see comparison with my hand. As I said before, box art is really nice, and it would be cool if Special Hobby would start to produce these paintings as separate posters. I would be happy to get one and place it on my wall. Then here we have some information about the kit. So as you can see, of course, it is made in Czech Republic. Here we have address of the manufacturer, and then on the other side we have the same stuff. This is a top opening box, and here is what is hidden inside. So just give me a second, I need to place this lid somewhere. So on the top we have assembly manual, but all plastic sprues are packed into the same plastic bag, and then there is nothing on the bottom, so I guess everything is packed into the same bag here. Just give me a second once again. I need more space definitely for all this stuff, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll free up my room a bit, and then there will be more space for various boxes which we review in our videos. So all sprues come in the same plastic bag. Maybe it is good, maybe it is not. I'm not such a huge fan of such packaging style, because you can end up with some broken off parts. But as you can see here, everything is intact, so hopefully it will be fine to assemble all those parts together. And we are going to start with this clear sprue. It is packed into the separate plastic bag in order to avoid possible scratches. Just give me a second to open it. Straight away I can say that there are no masks included. So if you would like to mask all those clear elements, you will have to search for some aftermarket set, because otherwise you will have to cut with your own hands all those masks. Here you can see these parts. Molding quality seems to be fine. I'm just a bit confused with this matted area here on the nose section, but as far as I remember, it should be painted over. It was on the real aircraft just like this. And then here we have also some nose parts. As I said, molding quality looks really good. Here you can see it from any all the possible angles, and I hope the fitment will be also quite nice, so that we won't have to worry about possible issues with this thing. Okay, next we have first gray plastic sprue, and here it is. So here manufacturer decided to place fuselage halves and also some of the internal and external elements. For example, here we have tail wings, we also have cockpit here, dashboard or instrument panel. External detailing is quite typical for such kits. We have recessed panel lines. Note that rudder is pre-molded here, and if you flip over this sprue, it is noticeable that we have guiding pins inside fuselage halves, which is really surprising for this kit, because I wasn't expecting to see any guiding elements in this kit. And now, while you are looking at all these parts, just give me a second, I'll try to check how old is this plastic, because frankly speaking, I'm not sure when it was originally released. I think it is completely new plastic, so we are going to check, of course, on the scale mates. No, it's not new. So original kit was introduced way back in 2016 or 2014, because there were some new parts, and this kit is actually new boxing with new decals, which offers new marking options, obviously. Nevertheless, it is even more surprising that we have guiding elements here, because usually old kits do not have such feature out of the box. Next, here we have various parts for engine gondolas. Let's not forget that we are dealing with twin-engine aircraft, so you have to assemble both sides of the engine, of the wings with engines. And detailing out of the box is not that cool, I would say, but this is a 1/72 scale, so it might be forgiven because it will be barely visible in this cowling panel inside. But what's really cool that we have these nose sections, and I can zoom in. We have them as a one-piece parts, so you won't have any seams in such visible area, and that's really cool because model will benefit from such parts design, and of course it will be faster to assemble such parts all together, and it's really good in my opinion. Okay, next we have third gray plastic sprue. Here we have various landing gear parts. Again, molding quality looks fine. I can see that landing gear wheels will have to be glued out of two hulls, but I can imagine that there will be some CMK accessories which will actually replace these elements, and of course they will be made out of resin. Also note here some thin parts for the cockpit. I can zoom in so that you'll see them closer. So with those parts you'll have to be careful in order not to break them apart, I would say, because as you can see we have, for example, here 4 attachment points, here we have even more. So it's better to use plastic saw, not the plastic cutters, so that you will be able to preserve those parts and install them without any extra problems. Here we have another frame. This one is dedicated obviously to the wing halves. As you can see, each side should be glued out of two hulls, and as you remember we have separate engine gondolas. External detailing is typical, the same as what we saw on the fuselage parts, so it means recessed panel lines and riveting. Ailerons are pre-molded. And if we flip over these parts, we can see that here we have guiding pins which should help you with alignment. Well, maybe they will provide a small help, but still it should be noticeable when you will be building this aircraft. And of course I will suggest to use some metal rod in order to strengthen the overall structure and have these parts aligned in a, I would say, in a better way. Next we have here another plastic bag. This one is dedicated to decals sheet, so just give me a second. Straight away I can see that they were printed in AVI print, and here you can see whole decals sheet. Printing quality looks really good, but I do not see any decals for the cockpit. So basically if you would like to detail the cockpit, you have to search for P parts or maybe do some painting with your own hands. Well, it will be up to you which approach you choose. Next we have here our assembly manual. This one is printed in form of small cover printed brochure. We have short history note in English and Russian. And then on the next page we have parts map, paints chart here, and also various signs which are used throughout this manual. Everything starts with cockpit and machine gun turret. Then we join fuselage halves together, and as you can see, this interior cover is shown straight away here because you can paint in advance all this stuff and then just assemble it together as it's shown in the assembly manual. Then we continue with engine gondolas. Here we assemble wing parts together. Here you can see tail wings. Next we work on the engine parts, and for the engines I would suggest to check maybe IRS should have the resin replacement for this element, and if you would like to open one of the cowlings, definitely search for resin upgrade. If you're not planning to do such, I would say upgrade, then just use the standard parts because they will be not that visible through the cowling, as I said before. Here you can see wings installation, and again I will repeat myself, use some metal rod in order to have the better structure and more rigid assembly. Here we continue with landing gear wheels, and we also attach cowlings into the place. Then we have here the landing gear wheels installation for the main legs, landing gear doors here, propellers, canopy parts, and first marking option here. So this is aircraft from October 1944. Next we have aircraft from Italy 1944-1945. This one comes also from Italy 1945, and those are just olive drop aircraft. And here is another one, fourth marking option, again Italy 1945. So 4 marking options in total, which is not that bad for 1/72 scale kit and for the choice out of the box versions. As I said before, this kit should be already available for purchase on official Special Hobby website, so if you would like to get it ASAP, just go to their website and order it straight away. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button because it will help us greatly, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!